Imagine being born into a world where your destiny was written before you could even walk. A world where some children were treated as heirs to empires, while others were sold, starved, or silenced. This is the untold story of childhood in the 1700s. From the lavish courts of Europe to the rice fields of Asia, from the villages of Africa to the colonies of the New World, this is how children truly lived, worked, and dreamed 3 centuries ago. In 18th century Europe, childhood was not the age of innocence we imagine today. For the poor, it was an age of labor. Children as young as 5 worked in factories, coal mines, or as servants. Many never learned to read their own names. In Britain, chimney sweeps were often orphaned boys, small enough to climb narrow flues, risking suffocation or burns for a few coins. In France, peasant children helped their families in the fields, while noble children were taught the arts of etiquette and diplomacy. To be born into wealth meant tutors, silk clothing, and ballroom lessons. To be born poor meant surviving winter. In Africa, life for children varied dramatically from one region to another. Many grew up in strong, close-knit communities. They learned oral traditions, stories of ancestors, and survival skills from elders. But the 1700s were also the height of the transatlantic slave trade. Countless African children were torn from their homes, packed into ships, and sent across oceans, never to see their families again. To them, childhood ended the moment the chains were locked. In 18th century Asia, traditions and duty shaped a child's entire life. In Japan and China, education was reserved for the sons of scholars and merchants. They memorized Confucian texts, practiced calligraphy, and learned obedience above all. In India, children were raised within a caste system that determined their social standing before birth. Girls were often married young, while boys worked alongside their fathers or entered apprenticeships. Still, family was everything. In many homes, elders passed down wisdom through stories, songs, and rituals that taught respect, resilience, and identity. In the New World, childhood depended on which world you belonged to. Native American children were raised with deep respect for nature, taught to hunt, gather, and live in balance with the land. Their education came not from books, but from life itself. For enslaved African children in the colonies, every day was a fight to survive. Many were born into bondage, forced to work on plantations before they were 10. Some never even knew what it meant to be free. Meanwhile, European settlers' children learned scripture, sewing, or trade skills, destined to inherit a new empire built on the labor of others. In every culture, childhood in the 1700s was more than an age. It was a test of fate, a mirror of the world's divisions, wealth and poverty, freedom and servitude, hope and despair. Yet even in hardship, children dreamed, they played, they laughed, and they imagined a world beyond their reach. And in that innocence, humanity endured. 3 centuries have passed, but the echoes of those forgotten children still whisper in the pages of history, reminding us how far we've come and how far we still have to go. How children lived in the 1700s across different cultures. Subscribe for more history brought to life.